Good morning, traders, and welcome to NewsWare's Trade Talk for Tuesday, July 28th. Let's get into the action. The S&Ps, we're actually now higher. We're actually up 0.07%. This is positive because we were lower all morning long, so it's just recently turned green. But the market still has, increasing concerns about the heavy CapEx spending that's being done to support AI initiatives. And the feeling is that the spend could pressure near-term earnings and profit margins. But we'll know more. Well, a lot of that is going to be cleared up because guess what? Microsoft and Meta are reporting tomorrow afternoon, and Apple and Amazon are reporting Thursday afternoon. Then we got to take a look at oil. Oil prices continue to trend lower. Iran, Oman, Saudi Arabia, they're holding talks to restore safe passage of maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. That's a positive. That's a positive development. And President Trump, he's going to be meeting today with Ukraine's President Zelensky, and he's also got a scheduled a meeting after that with Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu. On the economic calendar today, Case-Shiller Home Price Index, Consumer Confidence Reports, these are the two highlights in corporate news. Shares of Johnson & Johnson are trading higher this morning, but they're on watch as the company, has put out an agreement to pay $5.5 billion to settle roughly 69,000 lawsuits alleging that its talc products caused ovarian cancer. Now, this offer is pending approval from the claim law firms. What else do we have? Meta Platforms and BlackRock announced a joint venture to develop and own a data center in El Paso, Texas. On the earnings front, Boeing, CARR, CARR, UPS, Welltower, WELL, they're all trading higher, while Hilton Hotels, HLT, Rambus, RMBS, FFIV are trading lower after earnings announcements. After the bell today, we got Visa, we got CLAC, we got STX, Waste Management, WM, NXPI and Mondelez, MDLZ, all reporting. And then, of course, we got tomorrow morning, which, Procter & Gamble, VRT, GD, General Dynamics, JCI, BSC, Humana, HUM, Teva, TEVA, and Biogen, BIIB, all scheduled to report. Okay, let's take a quick peek and let's look at these global markets, see what the action is doing. Hey, we got to start off with the DAX, which is, trading higher. It's up 13 points or 0.05%. I mean, it was up more than 0.5%, but it has since really pulled back. But it's still showing green. And automakers were leading, the way. AI-related tech shares remain under pressure. The FTSE's up 0.43% with strength in consumer stocks offsetting the weakness in financial and energy sectors. The CAC in Paris is up 8 points or 0.1%. Luxury stocks gain. On the economic front, they did see a modest boost in sentiment as consumer confidence rose to 86 in July from 84 in June. Now, it's the highest level in 4 months, so I guess that's positive. Then we're taking a look over at Asia last night, and Asia was not really positive. I mean, you look at the Nikkei, it fell 3.95% or 2566 points. Tech stocks really led the way lower. Hong Kong, on the other hand, was higher by 103 points, or 0.41%, with strength in financial stocks offsetting the weakness in tech. China was off 1.16%. Tech shares led the declines. Now, the attention really is now focused on that Politburo meetings that's going to start, I think, tomorrow. So they're looking for some, support measures, which could happen. In terms of oil remains weak. I mean, it's down again. It was down about 2%, but now we're seeing WTI down 1.33% to $81.51, while Brent is trading $86.92, down 1.63%. Key development is the talks about Iran and Oman trying to reach an agreement to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, which is building on the fragile peace talks of between the U.S. and Iran. Don't forget, we get the API data. There's API estimates, stockpile estimates due out after the bell today. Moving over to earnings this morning, we got to start off with Coca-Cola, ticker KO, which, Coca-Cola's having had a decent report. I mean, stock's up 3.49% this morning. They beat by 4 cents. They did it on higher revenue. We also had PayPal, PYPL, stocks lower by 1.57% this morning. They beat by 10 cents, although it was done on higher revenue. Then we got Hilton Hotels, which is down slightly. I mean, they beat by 2 cents on higher revenue, but they lowered their forward guidance. And then there's UPS, Uncle Paul Sam. Stocks up over 0.8%. They beat by 2 cents on They beat by 10 cents on higher revenue, so that's positive for shares of United Parcel Service. Upcoming after the bell, we got Visa. EPS is $3.23. Expected move is 3.70%. Waste Management, ticker WM. Their EPS is $1.99. Expected move is 6.09%. Let's see economic reports. 8:30 a.m. International Trade in Goods advanced number. 8:30 a.m. Retail inventories advanced number. 9 a.m. Case-Shiller Price Home Index, and then at 10 a.m. Consumer Confidence data is due out. And also today starts the FOMC meeting. Okay, now we're going to be looking at some stocks making the news. Apple trading higher this morning. Their incoming CEO looks to build on momentum in movies and TV progress. Amazon, their LEO satellite system files FCC applications to launch and operate 5,105 satellites. What do we got? Google's facing lawsuits from smaller European rivals after that EU fine. Meta fighting social media lawsuits in the midst of its AI transformation. I mean, they've already lost cases in California, New Mexico, and there are 1,000 more to come. Meta's got issues on that front. In terms of Dow Jones 30, the key one is that Johnson & Johnson agreed to settle for $5.5 billion on the ovary talcum powder claims. But I noticed Chevron got picked as a top pick by Bank of America. I mean, you got oil prices weakening, and Bank of America comes out and puts Chevron as a top pick. I find that interesting. In terms of merger news, P&R, Pentair inks a deal to buy Taco Group for $1.4 billion. In terms of guidance news, SHW, Sherwin-Williams, they see full year 2026 adjusted EPS coming in at $11.80 to $12.20. Street estimate is $11.75. That's a nice uptick. American Tower, AMT, they see full year data coming in $11 to $11.17, whereas in street estimates at $10.97. That's an uptick. PayPal sees full year 2026 adjusted EPS $5.38. Street estimates $5.31. Again, that's an uptick. In terms of buyback news, AWI, Armstrong World Industries, increased their share buyback authorization by $800 million. That's positive. Okay, now we're going to talk about our pick of the day. The only one that kind of reaches my data that I do like is this ticker UNM, Uncle Nancy Michael Unum Group. Earnings are out tomorrow morning. EPS is $2.14. Expected move is 8-10%. The option volume was light, but the stats were strong. I mean, the call volume, 167 calls traded to 55 puts. That's a 0.33% put-to-call ratio. That's nice. Open interest, 69,717 calls versus 4,063 puts. That's very positive. Major brokers are raising prices on the stock. For me, I want to get in around 85. I'd love to get in under 85. But I think I can get in under 85 today. But that's my pick of the day. UNM, Unum Group, under 85. I got an idea of 84.50 in my head, but we'll have to wait and see if that is able to hit. Okay, now we're going to move. We're going to talk about stocks hitting the tape. ADP shows private hiring slowed for the fifth straight week. Apple launches Apple Upgrade leasing program in the U.S. McGraw-Hill, MH, receives an upgraded rating from Moody's. Interesting. AMD, Core Scientific stock jumps on an AMD data center deal. Boeing's trading higher after earnings. I mean, you look at the stock; it's up about $2.50 this morning. I mean, the key here for the Boeing report was their second quarter operating cash flow was $1.4 billion. Free cash flow is $0.6 billion. They got a backlog of $715 billion, including over 6,200 planes. EchoStar, ECHO, EchoStar's Hughes Network prepares to file for a bankruptcy filing within days. Trump turns up the heat on RFK Jr. to cut back childhood vaccinations. That's all I'm saying this morning. Okay, now let's move on into our pick of the day from yesterday, see how we did. I mean, yesterday I went with UPS, United Parcel Service. I mean, it was okay. I mean, the stock opened up at 114.87, but it fell down to 112.37, and it closed at 112.95. And, you know, this morning, after the earnings came out, it actually hit 116.50. So, you know, so from the opening price yesterday, yeah, the 1% was there. You know, it's still trading elevated. It's up 1% this morning, but it definitely had a strong gain right after those earnings were released. So yeah, you can call it a win. But all right, traders, that concludes today's Trade Talk podcast. You guys know what to do. Let's go out there and let's make some green today.